YouTube? Once again, it's Kennard, Vernon, and Stewart here for the podcast. We're talking to Auburn football. Go ahead and like this video. Comment and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn, our ongoing coverage of the Auburn versus Georgia, the Deep South's oldest rivalry, taking place on Saturday. That's the primetime game of the SEC. Like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle. One of the key names that pops up, that comes to mind when I think about this particular football game, Bo Nix. Bo Nix out of Pinson Valley High School garnished pretty much every award that a high school quarterback could receive. Makes the commitment to come to Auburn, lands the starting job over Joey Gatewood. Also, the top pick of Auburn's 2017 class, I think. Don't have that information in front of me, so forgive me. Bo Nix is thought to be the future as far as quarterbacks offense as we talk about the Auburn Tigers. So far, Bo Nix is 10-4 as a starting quarterback. He has competed in 8 games against ranked opponents, and some performances lackluster, some performances actually pretty good. But it's enough with his level of performance that he's still receiving a lot of critical comments, so to speak, in the national mass media. People don't necessarily totally believe in Bo Nix. People don't know if, based on his body of work, even as a true freshman, no one has given him a pass for being a true freshman. No one has given him a pass for probably having a really, really absolutely shaky offensive line competing against some of the top talent in the country. No one has given him any pass for having a banged up wide receiver core, including Seth Williams, who nursed a shoulder injury for a good portion of the first part of the season. Anthony Swartz, who played with a broken hand. You have a walk-on Will Hastings, who came to Auburn as a punter. You have Eli Stove coming in, who was coming off of an ACL injury. Will Hastings coming off an ACL injury. Now, with all of that in mind, no one's giving Bo Nix a pass on that, which is cool. I get it. Bo Nix has an opportunity, though, now. He has, I feel, at least formidable weapons on offense. Running backs, wide receivers. Now they're incorporating the tight end. The offensive line, yeah, they kind of pieced together some things last week. No continuity there. Still don't know what that's going to look like down the stretch. But just from a positional standpoint, things have to be better. And things were better for Bo Nix this past weekend. 233 yards. No one can say that Kentucky does not have a good defense. No one can downplay how well their defense plays because Bo Nix has some success. That narrative of, okay, he just did good because, hey, they're just not as good as Georgia. They're not as good as Arkansas or whoever. They're not as good as LSU. The guy had a pretty decent football game. This one, though, against Georgia, on the road, against a team that, if nothing else, has recruited on a top level, especially on the defensive side of the football field. For Bo Nix to have a solid game, not only have a solid game, but be the reason that his team wins, I think that's going to be a signature to his career. This is not a game that Bo Nix can flop. This is not a game that Bo Nix can be overwhelmed. This is a game that Bo Nix absolutely has to be at the forefront and the reason that his team wins. And he definitely can't be a part of the reason why his team loses, which is somewhat the criticism from last year. Yeah, we remember the fumble snap. We remember the fumble snap from the offensive lineman, but we also remember some of the lack of executions from Bo Nix in that game against LSU, for example. some lack of execution against Florida when Gus Malzahn obviously called a really good play. So Bo Nix has to be a guy that in this game, even the fans can say, okay, he's out there, so we know that gives us the competitive edge. And I'm not sure that the Auburn fan base, even after the Kentucky game, genuinely deep down feel that way. But this Georgia game, if Bo Nix can come out and perform consistently, can make good decisions in scrambling, and actually lead Auburn to a solid victory over Georgia, then I think that will convince the Auburn fan base that Bo Nix is the guy down the stretch. He's going to be more than a 9-3 guy, that he's the guy that could actually lead Auburn to a national championship. So until that happens, if there is a loss to Georgia, especially if there's a loss because of some of his miscues, then it's going to be the criticisms will continue. All right, guys, this is my time here. We're talking a little bit about Bo Nix. Go ahead and like the video, comment, and subscribe to Vernon Speaks Sports Auburn. And as always, it's great to be an Auburn Tiger, War Eagle.